Hello everybody, welcome back to my ASMR channel. If you are new, thank you for clicking in. I hope that this video finds you well. Today's video, I'm going to be going through my Lord of the Rings magic cards. Don't really play Magic the Gathering that often, but it is interesting. My husband knows that I like Lord of the Rings, so he bought us the Lord of the Rings cards so that I would get interested in playing. I think he succeeded. This is a food token. Sacrifice this artifact. You gain 3 life. It's very handy. Ballistic boulder. Flying. Could you shoot it from catapult or trebuchet? Human soldier. It's a token creature. It's 1 of 1. Plus 1 damage. It's 1 health point. Food on the back. Bread looks really good. You know, hobbits, they love their food, especially 11sies. Orc army. More food on the back. Treasure. Sacrifice this artifact to add 1 mana of any color. Looks like the swords sting a little bit. Feed the swarm. Turn that up a little bit. It's a sorcery card. Cost 1 regular, any color mana, 1 black. Destroy target creature or enchantment an opponent controls. You lose life equal to that permanent mana value. And like like these because they have quotes. We have found many of our folk lying slain as they fled thither, rider of Rohan. Foray of Orcs. It's also a sorcery card. Amass Orcs 2. When you do, Foray of Orcs deals X damage to target creature an opponent controls, where X is the amassed army's power. To amass Orcs 2, put 2+1/+1 counters on an army you control. It's also an orc. If you don't control an army, create a 0/0 black orc army creature token first. That would be that card. Cost 4 mana. Dunlin Craybane. I might be saying these wrong. Pardon me if I do. This is a creature, bird horror. It's flying. When it enters the battlefield, amass Orcs 2. What's that, Strider? It don't look like a cloud. Sam. Goes 3 mana. Olakai Crusher. Troll's Leader. It's got Trample. Olakai Crusher can't block unless you control a goblin or orc. It's got 4 hit points. And it does 4 damage when it attacks. Trolls were bored, no longer dull-witted, but cunning, and armed with dreadful weapons. It's kind of terrifying. It's Gollum, the Scheming Guide. It's a legendary creature, halfling horror. Whenever Gollum, Scheming Guide attacks, look at the top 2 cards of your library, put them back in any order, then choose land or non-land. An opponent guesses whether the top card of your library is the chosen kind. Reveal that card. If they guessed right, remove Gollum from combat. Otherwise, you draw a card, and Gollum can't be blocked this turn. Costs 2 mana to play. He does 2 damage. Only has 1 health point. Oh, Goblin Fire Leaper. It's a Goblin Warrior creature. Goblin Fire Leaper gets +1/+0 until the end of the turn. When Goblin Fire Leaper dies, it deals damage equal to its power to target creature an opponent controls. Let us hope that fire now lies between us and pursuit. Come, there is no time to lose. Does anybody else like to play Magic? Let me know down in the comments. And if you do, which are your favorite card decks? Gothmog, a Morgul Lieutenant. It's a human soldier creature. It's legendary. When Gothmog, Morgul Lieutenant, enters the battlefield, mass orcs 1. Creature tokens you control have Death Touch. It's got 3 damage, 3 health. Death Touch. If you block another creature with this, it dies. If I'm remembering correctly. It's been a while since I've played Magic. Snarling Warg. It's a wolf. Ouch, sorry about that. Menace. This creature can't be blocked except by 2 or more creatures. As long as you control a goblin or orc, Snarling Warg gets +1/+0. So that would make it a 4/4 card if you have a goblin or an orc on the table instead of a 3/4. A shuddering howl broke from him as if he were a captain summoning his pack to the assault. Also looks really scary. Wouldn't hop on a pack of orcs chasing after me. I'm not even going to pretend to know how to say this captain's name, but he's a Urukai captain. It's a legendary creature. As a menace, if 1 or more +1/+1 counters would be put on an army, goblin, or orc you control, that many +1/+1 counters are put on it instead. We are the servants of Saruman the Wise, the white hand, the hand that gives us man's flesh to eat. Swarming of Moria. The sorcery card. Create a treasure token. Mass Orcs 2. an Oliphant. It's going to trample. Whenever Oliphant attacks, another target creature you control gets +2/+0 and gains trample until the end of turn. It also has mountain cycling. Discard this card and search your library for a mountain card. Reveal it and put it into your hand and then shuffle. The Oliphant has 6 damage when it attacks. And it's got 4 health. Cost 5 mana to play this card. This would definitely be one that I would want to play. Land card. Evolving Wilds. Sacrifice Evolving Wilds. Search your library for a basic land card. Put it onto the battlefield tapped, and then shuffle. When winter first begins to bite, and stones crack in the frosty night, when pools are black, trees are bare, 'tis evil in the wild to fare. Ooh. Legendary creature card. It's Sauron, the Lidless Eye. Avatar Horror. Five mana to play this card. When Sauron, the Lidless Eye, enters the battlefield, gain control of target creature and opponent controls until the end of the turn. Untap it. It gains haste until end of turn. For extra mana, creatures you control get +2/+0 until the end of turn. Each opponent loses 2 life. There's an eye in the dark tower that does not sleep. This is a book of the White Hand. It's a orc soldier. Whenever another creature you control dies, put a +1/+1 counter on the book of the White Hand. If that creature was a goblin or orc, put 2 +1/+1 counters on Oleg instead. A Gluck, excuse me. A Gluck instead. I am a Gluck. I command. I return to Isengard by the shortest road. The Mordor Trebuchet. It's an artifact. Defender. Whenever you attack with one or more goblins and or orcs, Create a 2/1 colorless construct artifact creature token with flying named Ballistic Boulder. It's tapped and attacking. Sacrifice that token at the end of combat. I think the word trebuchet is very interesting. Still have so many more cards to go through. Another foray of works. Easterling Vanguard. It's a human warrior. When Easterling Vanguard dies, amass orcs 1. An army of Easterlings charged forth, while from the hills poured orcs innumerable. Another Olakai Crusher. Another bird horror. The Dunlin Cobain. I know that another one of my favorite cards is in this deck. Mind Stone. Sacrifice the Mind Stone to draw a card. Otherwise, you can use it as mana. The years had gnawed at it, and violent hands had maimed it. Its head was gone, and in its place was set in mockery a round, rough-hewn stone, rudely painted in the likeness of a grinning face, with one large eye in the midst of its forehead. Ferocious Fell Beast. It's a drake. Flying. When Ferocious Fell Beast enters the battlefield, each opponent sacrifices a creature. Create a food token for each creature sacrificed this way. This is an expensive card. I have 4 mana of any color. for blacks. I don't actually remember what all the icons are for the lands. I would have to look through them again. Goblin Assailant. Very scary. Would not want that running at me. The fighting waxed furies on the battle. Oh, excuse me. Cannot read apparently. The fighting waxed furious on the fields of the Pelennor, and the din of arms arose upon high, with the crying of men and the neighing of horses. But the hosts of Mordor were enheartened and filled with a new fury. They came yelling to the onset. Cast into the fire. This is an instant card. Choose one. You can either cast it into the fire, deals 1 damage to each of up to 2 target creatures, or exile target artifact. But for Gollum, I could not have destroyed the ring, so let us forgive him, for the quest is achieved, and now all is over. Frodo. Nasty End is also an instant card. As an additional cost to cast this spell, sacrifice a creature. Draw 2 cards. If the sacrificed creature was legendary, you draw 3 cards instead. And that's the end of that. A nasty end for Saruman. And I wish I needn't have seen it, but it's a good riddance. Sam. Sam was such a good companion to Frodo. Legendary creature, the Witch King, bringer of ruin. Flying. Whenever Witch King, bringer of ruin attacks, defending player sacrifices a creature with the least power among the creatures they control. No living man may hinder me. The Easterling Vanguard. Ooh. Mountain. Just a basic land. flame icon symbol. Another goblin assailant. Oh, another goblin assailant. She loves ambush. It's an instant card. Target creature gets +1/+2 and gains Death Touch until end of turn. It also creates a food token. Sacrificing food token, gain 3 life. Food tokens are very important. Really, any card is that let you gain life back. As Frodo ran forward, eager, rejoicing to be free, Shelob, with hideous speed, came behind and stung him in the neck. Don't know why it just unfocused there. My bad. It's Frodo and Shelob's lair. Sorry. Don't know how I upset the recording, but I fixed it. Ooh. The Balrog, Flame of Odin. The Balrog of Morgoth. The legendary creature that took Gandalf down. It's got trample. When a legendary creature an opponent control dies, put the Balrog, Flame of Odin, on the bottom of its owner's library. An evil of the ancient world, both the shadow and the flame. Fire of Orthic. It's a sorcery card. Destroy target artifact or land. Creatures without flying can't block this turn. The barricade was scattered as if by a thunderbolt. Another Evolving Wilds land. Krishnuk, a brash instigator, a legendary creature. When Krishnuk, brash instigator, enters the battlefield, amass orcs 2. When you do, until the end of turn, gain control of target non-legendary creature an opponent controls, power less than or equal to the amassed army's power. Untap that creature. It gains haste until end of turn. Means that you can use that card to attack your opponent, which feels bad when you get attacked with your own card. But that is the game. The Fires of Mount Doom is a legendary enchantment. When Fires of Mount Doom enters the battlefield, it deals 2 damage to target creature and opponent controls. Destroy all equipment attached to that creature. You can also exile the top card of your library. You may play that card this turn. When you play a card this way, Fires of Mount Doom deals 2 damage to each player. Sometimes it is worth it to take 2 damage to play it, to get a card. Another trebuchet. Another Feed the Swarm. Oops. The skull is a swamp. It's basic land. Another swamp card. Just turn it around. Some more evolving wilds. Swamps. Mountains. Those are the mainlands in this deck. Apparently I have the wrong deck. The other one has Frodo, and Eragon, and Arwen. It also has Gandalf. I thought Eragon, oops, and Arwen were in this box. They're 2 of my favorite characters in the Lord of the Rings. liked the video. Next time I will go through the other deck. Also, if you liked the video, consider leaving a like and consider subscribing. Thank you for stopping in today. Catch you in the next video.